Hello everyone. In this lecture, I am going to discuss the meaning and characteristics of accounting principles. Accounting and principles, there are two terms. Accounting we have already discussed. It is the art and science of recording, classifying, summarizing, interpreting, and communicating the financial results of the business. That is accounting. Now, what is principles? Accounting principles. Principles simply means the general guidelines. It means accounting principles are general guidelines for accountants. Accountants are the persons who maintains the books of accounts, and the accountants follow these general guidelines, or you can say the accounting principles, in different organization all over the world, not only in India but all over the world. And I tell you one thing, these are, you can write GAAP. Accounting principles are generally accepted accounting principles. Generally accepted, it means these are accepted all over the world, in small, big, or multinational companies. These are the accounting principles. And remember how the accounting principles are developed and why these are used. Just listen. Since business information, the business results are analyzed by different users of accounting, like proprietor, I mean the businessmen, the investors, the bankers, the government agencies, the creditors, the debtors, the customers. Number of persons are there who are interested in analyzing the business results. And in order to analyze the business results, business results need to be relevant, feasible, and it is possible if the books of accounts are maintained on the basis of some certain guidelines, and these are the accounting principles. I told you this is the requirement, so that results should be relevant and they should be uniform at all level, all over the world. Now I tell you how the accounting principles are developed. Accounting principles are developed on the basis of statements of managers, common experience of accountants all over the world, and accounting, different accounting practices. There are some government agencies also, government policies are also there, and some other agencies, like in India, ICAI is there, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, who is, along with or in association with the world agencies, prepare some common practices, the generally accepted accounting principles. So this is how, I mean to say, on the basis of common experience of accountants, managers, government agencies, these accounting principles, gap, generally accepted accounting principles and practices are prepared. This is how these are developed. One thing more you need to understand here, these accounting principles are not like principles of science, physics, or chemistry. No, because these are prepared by human beings. So they tend to change according to the time. It means these can be changed with the passage of time, keeping in view the requirement of the trends, changing trends in the business and industry, changes in the government policies across the boundaries. That is how these are developed and changed from time to time. So, in the end, again, I think you have understood the meaning of accounting principles. I explain it again. Accounting principles are the generally accepted guidelines for accountants all over the world, and they help in preparing the books of accounts of all types of business organization and ensure the accounts to be verified at any time, ensure that accounts are true, and ensure that accounts are, business results are dependable, trustworthy, and these can be used for raising loans in different departments, financial institutions, and banks, etc. So this is the importance of generally accepted accounting principles, which make the accounting trustworthy, correct, true. Now coming to the features, characteristics or nature of accounting principles. So once you come to know the meaning, I think it's easy to explain its characteristics. Characteristics means what? The extension of meaning of accounting principles. It means we have to elaborate the meaning, and that takes the shape of characteristics. The first characteristic of generally accepted accounting principles, I mean accounting principle, is this: uniform set of rules. Accounting principles contain uniform set of rules, and these rules are to be followed by all accountants, irrespective of the size of the business, whether the business is small, medium, or a multinational corporation. Every accountant has to follow the rules of debit and credit. Every accountant has to follow the accounting principles like going concern concept, like principle of consistency, like principle of conservatism. These are to be followed by each and every accountant in order to bring uniformity in the business results also. Now second point of characteristic is man made. I told you earlier in the meaning also, accounting principles are not like principles of science, the principles of physics and chemistry, no. But these, since these are prepared by men, these are prepared by human beings based on their accounting practices, based on their common experience, and based on the requirement of the business industries, and keeping in view the government policies across the world. And since these are man made, so these are also changed from time to time, keeping in view the requirement of business industries and the government agencies. Now the third feature is flexible. Yes, it is related to the second one. Since accounting principles are man made, so these are flexible also. Flexible, I would like to explain in two terms, two contexts. The first one, these there are some accounting principles or accounting methods which can be changed by the accountants. From industries to industry they vary, and they can be adopted by the accountants according to their requirement. For example, there are many methods of depreciation. Suppose there are 5 methods of depreciation. In one industry, diminishing balance method is used. In second industry, annuity method is used. In another industry, third method, then fourth. It means different methods can be used by the different industries according to their requirement. That is the example of flexibility. At the same time, flexibility means the methods, the accounting principles are changed from time to time by the accounting agencies, keeping in view the requirement of the business, trade and industries, and the government policies also. So that makes the accounting principles flexible. Now fourth one is generally accepted. Accounting principles are generally accepted. It means the companies which are operating their business in India, they use those accounting practices which are used in England also, which are used in USA, in Japan, in Australia. Everywhere same accounting practices are used. Why these are generally accepted? Because they ensure the following criteria. Accounting principles are relevance. Everything, any accounting information is relevant if it meets the requirement of the user of accounting information. Objectivity means something which is very true and can be verified. Yes, accounting principles and results derived from them can be verified at any stage. And feasible is something which can be used without much complexity and cost. And yes, the accounting results based on these accounting principles can be used by the accounting users without much complexity and without much cost. So, dear students, I believe the concept of accounting principles and the characteristics are clear to you, completely clear to you. Press the like button, share the video with your friends and relatives, subscribe the channel if not yet subscribed.